Hi everyone, it's Brett here from Metropole. Well, do you understand your strategic advantage as a property investor? More importantly, do you know how to use it to your advantage? By understanding more about your strategic advantage, it could dramatically change the way you plan to invest. Not only that, but it could significantly enhance and fast track your results and your outcomes. To start with, it's important to understand that a majority of investors in Australia are never going to create enough wealth to become financially independent. And of those that do, most of the successful ones understand how to use their strategic advantage to maximize their results. Let's have a look at this in more detail. I believe there's a number of ways that you can look at a strategic advantage. The first thing is by understanding your salary. Now, clearly, I believe that your salary is not going to dictate your wealth over the longer term. I've seen many people squander away bigger salaries, and people on less salaries create more wealth. But clearly, those who are in the top 20 or 25% of income earners have a huge strategic advantage over others. So you need to put that to work for you. The best way to do that, I believe, is to invest at a different level. Just a buy and hold strategy like an average investor, it's not going to work out greater for you in the long run. Your strategic advantage is that you've got access to greater levels of income, greater levels of borrowing capacity, and greater opportunities. Look at adding value to properties, maybe simple renovations or small scale developments to fast track that process. You have the opportunity to buy in high growth areas and then add value to boost cash flow, get tax benefits and depreciation, which are important secondary considerations. And then rather than selling down, repeat, refinance, rent out, and follow the process up again. That's your strategic advantage. Other people have that advantage as well, but in some cases they have to wait. They have to wait to do the development, or they have to wait to do the renovation. Their budget is mainly used by acquiring the asset. But with that higher level of income, you have the ability to do that, and that's your strategic advantage. The second thing I believe is more important than actually a salary is actually having time in the market. So for those of you that have a 20 plus year window, that's a huge advantage. You've seen the snowball effect and the level of compounding that can be achieved over a 10, 20 year period. That last period of time is where the snowball or the compounding is at its absolute greatest. So if you can get access into that last 15 to 20 year period, that's where the bulk of your results are going to come from. A massive advantage for you. Also, if you're starting out, it's really important to understand that perhaps buying a home at 25 or 30 is not going to get you to your longer term goal. It may make more sense to rent best or invest first and set a very strong platform for yourself. The next group of people, I think, they may feel they don't have a strategic advantage. If you've only got 10 or 15 years to retirement, I know a lot of people kind of feel like they're running out of time. But your strategic advantage is slightly different. It may not be time, but it may be the position you're in. You're getting family leaving home and downsizing and things like that, but you also probably got a higher level of super, higher savings rates, maybe some shares and things like that can benefit you. And what I mean by that, there's a number of ways here. Sure, you may only have 10 years to retirement, but by having a larger super balance or maybe some shares and savings, it can buy you time so you can get into that last compounding area where you're going to get the most of your results. It's also about setting up for your family and your future as well. I invest for my kids and potentially my grandchildren one day. So it's not just always about you. And the other thing is, if you do have higher rates of savings or you do have a good super balance, perhaps you can put that to work for you. Clearly, a $300,000 super balance leveraged into a $600,000 property or asset or something like that is going to perform much stronger for you over that period of time. So that may be something a licensed professional advisor may be able to assist you with. And finally, I think the biggest strategic advantage is you. Absolutely. If you're the one who is willing to step outside your comfort zone, take a educated risk, and ask people for advice, ask professionals to maximize the results, you're going to achieve a higher level of success. I know a lot of people think they can go it alone and do it themselves and are willing to do, but they don't end up getting and creating that higher level of long-term wealth. They're simply looking at more investing, and it's a very different process. So that's my advice, guys. I think if you understand your strategic advantage, you can really maximize your results, whether it's your age or your salary or yourself. You're the one who's going to dictate, and you're the one who's going to achieve that level of wealth over the longer run by understanding that advantage. Thanks for your time.